What if I told you that Home Alone is secretly connected to Saturday Night Live, and that connection is way darker than the movie itself? Most people see Home Alone as a cozy Christmas classic, a harmless family movie. But if you look closer, its DNA comes straight from Saturday Night Live style comedy. Let's start with the most obvious link. In 1991, Macaulay Culkin hosted Saturday Night Live at just 11 years old, making him one of the youngest hosts in the show's history. That alone is wild. SNL is a live, adult-oriented comedy show, not exactly made for kids. But what made that episode legendary was a specific sketch. In it, Culkin played Kevin McAllister as an adult. Same kid, same burglars. But this time, the tone was completely different. Instead of playful traps, the sketch leaned into realism. Pain was real. Violence felt uncomfortable. And suddenly, the audience realized something disturbing. Kevin McAllister would have been terrifying in real life. That sketch became one of the earliest moments where American audiences collectively joked about a truth they hadn't fully processed before. Home Alone is funny until you imagine it happening to real people. Fact 1. John Hughes and SNL comedy. DNA. Here's something many people don't know. The writer of Home Alone, John Hughes, was deeply influenced by sketch comedy. Not just sitcom humor, structured sketch setups like SNL. Think about it. Clear premise. Escalation, big payoff reset. Every trap in Home Alone works like a standalone comedy sketch. That's why the movie feels like a chain of mini-scenes rather than a traditional narrative. It's not accidental. It's sketch comedy, disguised as a family film. Fact 2. SNL writers publicly mocked the traps. Years later, multiple SNL writers joked that if Home Alone aired for the first time today, it would instantly be labeled a dark comedy. Some medical professionals even analyzed Kevin's traps and concluded that Harry and Marv would have suffered permanent brain damage. Multiple traps were potentially fatal. One scene alone could realistically cause death within minutes. That's why SNL parodies of Home Alone always push the violence further. Not to exaggerate, but to expose what was already there. Fact 3. The Kevin is a psychopath. Joke started on SNL. The now famous internet joke, Kevin McAllister is a psychopath, didn't start on YouTube or Reddit. It started with late-night comedy, including SNL-style humor. American audiences began reframing Kevin not as a clever kid, but as a character who shows no hesitation, displays no empathy, smiles while inflicting pain. SNL didn't invent the idea, they simply said it out loud first. Fact 4. Culkin later admitted the sketch changed his view. As an adult, Macaulay Culkin himself has referenced how surreal it was to revisit Kevin in an SNL-style setting. Seeing the character through adult humor made him realize how bizarre the situation actually was. A child left alone, defending a house with military-level traps. That SNL sketch didn't mock Home Alone. It recontextualized it for an older audience. Fact 5. Home Alone works. Because it's safe SNL, here's the final truth. Home Alone succeeds because it does something rare. It takes Saturday Night Live-style cruelty, exaggeration, and chaos and filters it through. Christmas music, a child protagonist cartoon physics. It's SNL comedy without consequences. That's why Americans love it as kids, and rewatch it ironically as adults. So next time you watch Home Alone, remember, you're not just watching a Christmas movie. You're watching a sketch comedy fantasy where pain resets, consequences disappear, and laughter wins. And maybe that's why it still works.